commands what I follow. Instructions.
But what do you suppose anybody wants to be doing in a summer hotel in the dead of winter?
Mother, you know I can't figure out nothing. If I could, I'd be a multi-millionaire years ago, instead of an old school caretaker. Dust up a bit, Mother. Make the place look a little respectable.
What's his name again?
McGee, I think the telegram said.
McGee?
Let me check.
Let me see it. I want to read it for myself. The whole thing's very mysterious to me. My friend William Hallowell McGee will arrive in Ascalon Falls tonight on the 10:40. He will occupy Baldpate Inn, so be prepared to receive him there and to turn the key over to him and to do whatever you can to make him comfortable. He has important work to do and has chosen Baldpate Inn for his workshop. Follow instructions, ask no questions. Hal Bentley.
Sounds like them black-hand notes they send to rich people, don't it?
I can't understand it for the life of me.
Mother,
Yes?
maybe the feller's committed a crime and he's coming here to hide.
Do you think so, Eliza?
I don't know. I say maybe.
Well, if that was so, why should Mr. Bentley be interested in such a fellow?
I never thought of that. Well, whatever it is, it's none of our business, and we mustn't mix in others' affairs. Here, this opens the linen closet. You better fix up the first one to the right. That's the one Mr. Bentley always takes when he comes.
And you better put another log on the fire. He'll probably be chilled to the bone by the time he climbs that mountain. Do you think he'll find his way along?
Oh, he'll find his way all right. The station agent will probably direct him.
Occupying a summer hotel in the dead of winter. It beats all what some people will do.
Pretty darn mysterious. I'll be jiggered if I can figure it out. Mother! Oh, Mother!
Too cold, Elijah?
Hush, don't talk so loud.
What's the matter?
It's him, he's here.
Who?
The telegram, I mean the man.
Where?
At the door.
Well, why don't you let him in?
You think I'd better?
Well, ain't that what the telegram said?
Well, yeah, but what if...
You got your instructions. Go on, do as you're told.
Just a minute, just a minute.
Poor things have flown.
What's the matter, young fella? Are you cold?
Am I cold? I feel pretty rocky. But I've had a laugh at that one.
Better give him a drink.
I guess so. Here, young fellow, try a little of this.
Thanks.
Do you suppose it's him?
How am I supposed to know?
Well, you must find out.
Thanks, 1,000 thanks.
Just put that away. You might need it later on.
Well, thanks.
Are you Mr. McGee?
Right. What's left of me is still McGee. You expect me, of course.
Oh, yes, we got Mr. Bentley's telegram. My name's Mr. Quimby.
Well, so I surmised.
This lady here is my wife, Mrs. Quimby.
I thought as much. Delighted, Mrs. Quimby.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Lee.
You must excuse me for not rising. I'm still pretty terribly cold.
Oh, that's all right. You sit there and get head up. We've been living in the mountains. We don't mind the cold as much as strangers, but even we felt it tonight, didn't we, Elijah?
That's right, Mother. It's an uncommon cold night.
The little trip from the top of the train station has taught me to firmly believe in everything Jack London ever wrote about and old Dr. Cook ever lied about. So this is ball thing, huh? Well.
He talks funny, don't he?
Yeah, acts funny too. Something's the matter with him for sure.
You say you received a telegram.
Oh yes, we only got it about an hour ago, so we didn't have any time to get ready.
Oh, that's because I didn't decide to come here until about 4 o'clock this afternoon.
We was scared most to death getting a telegram in the middle of the night.
Oh, I'm so awfully sorry about taking you out on back like this, but it was altogether necessary in order for me to accomplish what I set out to do. The rooms are equipped with fireplaces.
Yes, I'm just getting one of them fixed up. All started fire and the room should be all ready for you within 5 minutes.
I wish you would. Yes, this would be much too big a barn for me to work in. I'll no doubt be more comfortable up there.
He says he's going to work. I wonder what he means.
Something, try to find out. Give me the matches.
Here you go.
This, I presume, is the hotel office.
That's right.
This certainly is old John H. Seclusion himself.
Ah! Where's the butt come from?
What's happened?
Mr. Bentley had the power turned on. He knew I'd have to have real life for this kind of work. You're probably wondering what the devil I'm doing here.
That's just what I'm wondering, young fellow.
Well, I'll tell you. Although I don't think you understand. Sit down, Mr. Clooney. It's all right. Sit down. Now, I take it you're not the sort of man to follow the light and frivolous literature of the day.
How's that?
You don't get the sort of books that are sold by the pound in department stores.
No.
Well, I write those kind of books.
The Dickens you do.
Wild, thrilling tales, the tired businessman's tired wife. Shots in the night. Chases after fortune. Cupid. Busy with his arrows, all over the place. It's good fun. I like to do it. And there's money.
You don't mean to tell me.
Oh, yes, considerable. Of course, they say I'm a cheap, melodramatic ranter. They say my thinking process is a scream. Perhaps they're right.
Perhaps.
Did you ever read The Scarlet Satchel?
No.
Well, that one's mine.
Is it?
I've come here to Baldpate Estate. And I'm going to write a novel of Baldpate. I'm going to do it right here, in this very hotel, atop this very mountain, looking down the world as Jove looked down from Olympus. You understand?
I suppose it's all for the best.
But as of late, I've been running short of material. The title gave me the lonesomest spot on earth, given to me by my good friend and your employer, Mr. Hal Bentley. What? And where? In the lonesomest spot on earth, I asked. A summer resort in the dead of winter, he said. He told me of all things, dared me to come. I took the dare, and here I am.
You mean you're going to write a book?
It's just exactly what I'm going to do. I have here a copy of an agreement made between Mr. Bentley and myself. I've come to Baldpate. I'm going to novelize Baldpate. I'm going to do that within 24 hours, but I have to have absolute solitude. The crackle of the fire, the roar of the wind, and the ticking of my watch will alone bear me company at Baldpate. This might sound very strange to you.
You're here on your own accord, I take it.
I'm here on the bed.
On a bet?
Exactly. Here's the explanation. Would you like to look it over, or would you rather I read it to you?
Oh, go on and read it. I like to hear you talk.
Then my personality has wormed its way into your good graces.
How's that?
Why, evidently appeal to you.
Well, I don't know if you appeal to me.
But what?
Well, I guess I better not say it.
Oh, come on. What's on your mind? true opinions of myself for years. My publishers call me a smart man.
Lock the door! Lock the door!
What happened? What's the matter?
What's wrong with you, Mrs. Rose?
A man!
A man?
What man?
I don't know. He appeared above in the window, flourished a revolver, then he jumped to the ground and ran down the mountainside.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure.
Hold on a second.
Is there anything wrong?
I begin to think I am.
Why did you ever come to this awful place?
It's all right, don't get excited.
The bird has flown, but he forgot this when he took a jump. You needn't be alarmed, ladies. I'm not going to shoot. At least, not yet. Might you tell me why I'm so honored for this midnight visit?
I can explain in very few words.
That will suit me immensely, for my time is precious, and I'm losing thousands of dollars even through this waste of time. Be brief as possible,
Why do you stare at me so?
Do you believe in love at first sight?
What do you mean?
Well, I've written all about it. I've never experienced it before. It's really quite remarkable. But you promised to explain your presence here.
Well, to begin with,
Would you please answer the phone? I don't want to turn my back on anything but a bolted door tonight.
Certainly. Hello? What's that? Hold the wire, please. I'll see. Did you wish to speak with police headquarters?
Well, yes, but no.
Police,
Tell me, it must have been a mistake.
police headquarters. Hello? No such confidence from here. Must be some mistake. Oh, that's all right. Then you did wish to speak with police headquarters.
Why did you call police headquarters?
Just why did you call police headquarters?
You know, it's been a night of remarkable happening. No sooner did I get rid of one of the best sellers, along comes another dying the wool, to be continued in our next. You know, there's really no reason for me saying this, but I actually think I'd do anything in the world for you.
I don't understand.
But you promised to explain why you're here.
Which I fully intend to do. But first, I would like to ask you one question.
Proceed.
How did you get in here without this key?
You know, I'm beginning to think this whole thing is a frame-up.
Well, what do you mean?
You have the only key to Vault in existence, I imagine.
Or so I understood.
Would it be any news to you that there's more keys to Vault than you find in a Steinway piano?
Then he lied.
Who lied?
Remember your promise, Mary.
Well,
I can't tell you his name.
well, at least tell me your name.
My name is Mary Norton. I do special stories for the Royton Star.
In the newspaper game.
That's it. And this woman here is Mrs. Rose, with whom I live in Royton, and who is the only other person that knows I'm here to do this story.
What story?
The story of the $5,000 wager you made with a certain gentleman that you would write a complete novel inside of 24 hours.
Now, where did you hear that?
Remember your promise, Mary.
You made many promises, Mary. Perhaps you'd like to tell me where you got the story?
I can only tell you that when the wager was made at the 45th Street Club this afternoon, a certain someone dispatched the news to me right away, believing I had the only key to Baldpate. So I've run up here to let you in, and lo and behold, I find you already at work. And as snug and cozy as you would be in a New York City apartment. Now that you know my story, I'm going to throw myself at your mercy and ask you to let me stay here and get your beat. I promise we shall not disturb you in the least. Have you any objections?
You're not going to tell me where you got the story.
I can't.
Or where you got the key?
Remember your promise, Mary.
You know? I really wish you hadn't brought her with you.
What?
No offense, Mrs. Rose. I'm sure Mary is a very promising young woman. But need you remind her of it constantly? joke. So, it's your idea to come here and write a story of my 24-hour test.
With your permission.
Had you put such a proposition to me half an hour ago, I would have emphatically said no. But with our recent experience with our gun-flourishing, window-jumping gentleman, I'm rather inclined to entertain a companion or two.
Who was the man with the gun and why did he jump from the window?
Well, you might as well ask me why you put a package of money in the safe. Or why you telephoned a friend, tell him to pass on the information to Mayor Cargan.
Mayor Cargan?
Is there something wrong?
Mrs. Rhodes is a widow. Mayor Cargan, a widower. Perhaps you'll understand why the name startled her when I tell you that Mrs. Rhodes is becoming Mrs. Cargan next Sunday morning.
Well, congratulations, Mrs. Rhodes. I didn't mean to accuse Mayor Cargan of any transaction, illegal or otherwise. It's just that with our recent events,
I assure you that a more honest man than Jim Cargan never lived.
I sincerely hope you're right. For your sake, I hope your story proves the whale. I wish...
What do you wish?
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking of Sunday morning. Good night.
Good night.
You know, I'd gladly offer you ladies my room. But since it's the only one clean and heated, I have to have some kind of comfort for this kind of work. Good night.
Good night.
Mary. That's the sweetest name in the world.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
You know, I really wish you hadn't brought her with you. Good night.
Mary, you don't believe Jim Cargan guilty of any treachery. Tell me you don't.
I don't know, Mrs. Rhodes, but I told you about the suburban bride story we got last night. I still hope the name Cargan is kept clean, for both your sakes.
I can't believe he's wrong. I won't believe it.
But if he is, I bet you should know now. The face man brought here tonight to protect you. Who knows?
Money hidden in that safe instead.
Yes, and that dovetails with the suburban bride story. I came down here to do a special. I may get 2 sweeps with 1 broom. Wouldn't that be wonderful? I'd be made.
Great heavens, Mary, what? What is it?
What's wrong? What happened?
A gun!
A what?
A gun! A gun!
Oh, you needn't be afraid, ladies. It's what? See here, Bosco. Go right upstairs, ladies. Either kill it or cure it. What? Now, see here. Go right in, ladies.
Is someone hurt?
Did you hear a woman scream?
Distinctly. And a pistol shot?
A woman. They shot at her like they shoot at me. They thought it was the ghost. They thought it was the ghost.
It's another key.
What?
It's a woman. The best. But up to now, the chances have been dead against me.
Will you answer me one question?
Oh, of course. I'll answer it before you ask it. A friend of mine gave it to me, of course. He was the only one in existence, but he lied to you. There are lots of keys and ball pay. Keys and keys and keys and keys. But I love my little key best of all.
I can't understand it at all. Will you please tell me your name?
Well, the name doesn't mean much, so you may call me Mr. Snaps. Wesley. And yours?
My name is... Listen, my husband is president of the Ascalon Right Suburban Railway Company.
I don't know the combination.
Oh, there must be something we can do. Help me, please. Who are these women? And what are they doing here?
Ladies! May I introduce to you Miss...
Oh, what? Please don't. Will you pardon me for a second, lady? Certainly. Please, don't tell them who I am. My husband will kill me if he learns I've been here on such an errand.
I promise I won't tell anyone.
You give me your word, gentlemen.
My word as a gentleman.
Thank you.
Ladies, may I introduce to you Miss Brown, a girl schoolmate of mine who's become so interested in my career that she's tracked me to Baltic to witness my endeavor to break all records as a speedy story writer.
Miss Brown?
I'm almost an hour behind myself. I suppose I have to work fast to catch up.
Now might I have a word with you? Alone?
I'd like to be alone with you forever.
Will you pardon me for a moment? Derek and me.
Miss Brown, could you be kind enough to step upstairs and make yourself at home? Mrs. Rhodes, perhaps Miss Brown is need a little drop of something after that little trip up the mountain. You'll find a flask on the table.
Come right along, miss. I know exactly where it's at. I've already tried it. Well, really, I don't know what to say. I'll kind of right up here, then. Thanks awfully. Who did that woman claim to be?
Now that is a secret I promise never to reveal.
But I overheard everything she said.
Then you know?
I know she lied.
She lied?
She claimed to be the wife of Thomas Hayden, president of the Suburban Railway. She lied, I tell you. Why, I've known Miss Hayden all my life. This broad went to school with her daughters. Miss Hayden is a woman well in her 50s, and as you can see, she is nothing more than a slip of a girl. There's a mission here of some kind. Somebody's playing a desperate game.
Yep, and it's costing me $5,000. I'm never going to get my work done. I can see it now.
You're going to give that money over to that woman?
Well, no, she lied.
Will you believe me, don't you?
Believe you. Let me tell you something, little girl. I've written a lot of Romeo speeches in my books. I've never really experienced it before. But here we go. The moment you walked through that door, I knew that you were the only girl for me. Why, there's nothing I wouldn't do. Try me.
Very well, I shall. Give me that package out of the safe before a car comes to steal it. Help me to reach Ryan without being molested, and I'll annihilate the craft machine with tomorrow's edition of the Stars. If that money is proof to turn over to the proper authorities of the bill, I'll wipe out the streetcar trust and the carving house with one swing of a pen. Just think, I'll save Mrs. Rose from an alliance with the thief. I know Carter's crooked, always has been, but I must prove it before she'll break off the engagement. Great Scott, what a story, all right, and just think what it means to me and the state of Ryan itself. Won't you? Please, please.
Yes. What do you want me to do?
Come, can't you think of some way to open that safe?
Oh, I don't know the combination. And I don't have any dynamite. But we must get that $200,000.
What was that?
Nothing. Must be, the wind going to the cracks with a little nice flow. Go upstairs. There's someone hiding in this room. Good night, Miss Norton.
Good night.
Now. You see, being a writer. Sensational novels. I'm well up on this melodramatic stuff.
Jim Cargan?
What are you doing here?
Matt, are you hurt?
No? All right. I'm going away. So you were trying to cross me, snake. I insist upon orderly conduct, gentlemen. No roughhousing, please. Mrs. Rose, would you be kind enough to escort the streetcar president's wife into that room on the left? Lock the door and remove the key. Young man, put your pistol on the table. Now. Thank you. Now would you kindly pull the pistol out of Mayor Cargan's pocket? I know he's got one. He'll probably want to take a shot at you later. I'm only giving you the necessary protection you need. That does very nice. Miss Norton, step down here, pick up the pistols, place them in the safe, close the safe, and turn the combination. That would be nice. Miss Rose, you step over to the room on the left. And when these two gentlemen, I use the term loosely, are on the other side, lock them in. Oh, I shan't keep you there long, gentlemen. Just as soon as I've transacted some important business with this young lady here. Yes, that's it. Right through there. Go on in. That's the ticket. Keep going. Lock the door, Mrs. Rose. Thank you. How was my work? Some round of pay? Oh, I'm very sorry, Mrs. Rose.
That's what you know, isn't it, dear? I suppose so, dear. I suppose so.
Well, we gotta work fast. Here's the money. Now.
I have everything planned. I know just what I'm going to do. What time is it?
1:30. But you can't get a train out of Aswan until 5.
We can't sit around the station for 3 hours, dear.
Well, get a taxi or whatever sort of conveyance they have in this town. But get out of Aswan as soon as you can.
You leave it to me. I'll find a way. Are you going to stay here all night?
Well, I'll have to. Someone has to keep an eye on these lady and gentleman bandits. Even though it might mean all night tonight and all day tomorrow.
But your work.
Never mind my work. Well, I can write a story any old time. But as far as the bet's concerned, I can lose that and be paid 1,000,000 times over. I've met you. Good night, Mrs. Rose, and God bless.
Good night.
I wonder if we'll ever meet again.